So I thought I'd just pop in here and record a little bit and show you my base. You've shown a lot of what you've done in yours, Nick, so I am going to show mine. Oh, by the way, that's Nick from Epic Film Guys, by the way. I'll leave a link in the description. And we're going to do a Horde night tonight with our new Horde base. So I am going to have some fun with that. I am here with Necrobard. Say hello, Necrobard. Or don't. So I'm going to go on with the tour. This is my garage. As you can see, I got my lights all to save power. I've got my lights hooked up to the motion sensors. So the moment I get out of the way of the motion sensor, the lights all go off. The only ones that stay constant are these hallway lights and the lights leading up out of the garage. Everybody's garages is all on. They're all on the motion sensors. We got 4 people who play on the server. There's Necrobard there getting himself something to eat. 2 others, and this is our workshop. And you see the lights just pop on. So I got one sensor there, one sensor there, and the one sensor will show for this side of the shop. The moment I move over to this side of the shop, lights come on for this side. Shut off my lights. So, mushroom farm. Now this hallway here, once you get down here a ways, the motion sensor comes on, and when you get down to the end, this goes up to what used to be a POI, but we removed the POI. Now it's just a flat slab. But yeah, this is a drop hole, and this is an elevator. So Nick, you were wondering about the elevator. Now it's important when you build these elevators is to put that slab on the bottom. Otherwise it'll have a hard time working. But you just open the hatch, close it, poof, you're on the surface. And we got a zombie. Go smash some skulls. Splat. Now that over there is right over top of our workshop, and it's all covered with barbed wire. So we don't have to keep constantly coming up here and dealing with the screamers. And they just die. They crawl around the barbed wire and they die. But yeah, this used to be a POI. We tore it down because our entrance now to the base is over there, and I'll go over there in just a second. What you got? Yum! Yeah, we like the double drawbridge idea. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with this up here now is I'm going to turn this into what looks like a air traffic control tower. It'd be more a guard post tower. The elevator where it comes out right there is going to go straight up into the tower, and then there'll be a sniper roost to be able to just shoot whatever's walking across the slab over there. That over there is our old base, or our old Horde base. It's decommissioned. We took all the electronics and stuff out of it, except for some. There's still some stuff there I gotta clean out, but it was just too expensive. The perimeter is much like this right here. The upside down spikes with the wooden spikes around the outer perimeter, and then on the inside I got shotgun turrets pointing in. And then it was the pillar design, and I really don't like the pillar design. Their heads get stuck in the pillars, you can't hit their heads, and they just sit there and just pummel the pillars until they fall apart and get in. So it's been decommissioned. We come up with a whole new idea, and I'll show that here in a little bit. So I am going to walk over to our entrance here, our new base entrance. And just to protect it, it's simple design. And like I said, back here, I wanted to protect the ramp going down, so I covered it with concrete and just put barbed wire across it. It's pretty efficient. Come around to this side. Now, because these stupid drawbridges are 4 blocks wide instead of, an even 3 or even 5, I put 2 of them up here because this is centered, and I just wanted it to be level on, or equal on both sides. So the 2 drawbridges work out fine. And I took Epic Film Guy's Nick. I took his idea with the pods, and this is where I put my garden. Being as close as we are to like a desert section and stuff over there, or the grasslands, we get inundated with dogs. Freaking dog hordes just show up constantly. So every time I was doing my garden over by the old base over there, I would get hit by dogs, and I just personally got sick of it. We do have a lake close by, but got tired of going for water, so utilized all the space that I had. I built a pool. So this is built over top of the ramp that's 2 blocks deep. So, and this is where I keep the generator for, and I also have it hooked up to a backup battery. So as the generator runs, it keeps the batteries charged and keeps the lights running. But the moment this runs out of gas, batteries take over, and then I do check on it, every so often. So we're still good on gas. And I've got the outer lights hooked up to a timer relay, so they only come on at night. And of course I got some secondary lightings, torches and burning barrels up by the garden and stuff. I plan on lighting that over there, but I really wanted to use the street lights. They don't have them in Alpha 16 anymore, which really sucks. I really miss the street lights because I did really cool things with those in Alpha 15. But we'll go down the ramp here. Close the door. And yeah, I had fun with the paint tool. I love the painting. The painting's awesome. Yeah, that's a little mine shaft. I found the potassium nitrate vein, and I decided to come in here and bust it all out because we were having a problem with ammunition. Finding nitrate was insane. So this ramp is nice because it really partially hides most of the wires. I'd like to actually get on top of this to hide all of the wires so they can't be seen, but I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of relays. But we got our storage and stuff here. We just hit the pharmaceutical building. Necrobard picked up all the potted plants, so, and get our supplies. Got quite a little workshop going here. The Absent Jester, he's another YouTuber. I'll put his link in the description. He's our trader. Well, him and myself. I had to actually start boosting my skill up because his job has been keeping him out of game too much. But he built his little office here for, and yeah, you can see we're doing really well with money. We don't have a problem with that. I mean, even with the stuff to sell, we just did the pharmaceutical building, so we've got a ton of crap to get rid of yet. Could turn it all into paper, but man, some of these schematics and these books, there's just not gonna do it. Shotgun slugs, I might keep those, but who knows? But yeah, like I said, these, we don't use pistols. No, the 9mm rounds all go towards Necrobard's SMG. I use a sniper and an AK, and then my compound bow. But yeah, let me take you to let me take you to the new Horde base. I'll hop on the bike. It's quite a ways out there, so. That tunnel there leads to the old Horde base. Of course, we got the new tunnel, which we still got to finish up. I'm going to have this all done off, so it looks like the rest of the tunnels. And here we are. Alright, we got a loot chest, and I've got my electric cables up underneath there. There's a stairway that goes up to top side. But let me flip the lights on here. Oh, I gotta turn generator on. Derp. Keep the generator up here. There we go. Now we got some light. So we'll go downstairs first. We got 4 shotgun turrets facing in. This is damage done from the last Horde night, and it's so minimal. I mean, most of this was done by the shotguns, because by the time the weak zombies hit this down here, most of the weak zombies just die. They hit those electric fences running across there, and I built a little bridge across here, so when this is active, we don't walk through the cables. But, yeah, you can still get in here and, you know, pop them in the heads. The shotguns just murder them. I mean, absolutely tear them to shreds. The only thing I really don't like about the shotguns is they're the ones who do a lot of this extra damage. You'll see afterwards this whole wall and the floor and stuff over here be peppered with tiny little damages from, like, buckshot, you know, randomly spraying everywhere. So, but all in all, it's not too bad. Now, I got this here for exploding cops. I'm hoping that it'll protect them, but it remains to be seen. But you can still get up in there. And then we come up here, and we got the upper floor. Now, we got this, so we can just toss it. If things get out of hand, you know, with the cops are really tough. So, you know, when they explode, that space down there is not big enough to protect you. They will hurt you. So we built this I built this like this to help, one, have the zombies filter down in. Because if you get close enough, you'll see how our hole is up there. We got everything on an angle. We got 4 blade traps covering the holes, and the center post up there, which is made by the ramps and held into place by the roof, but sometimes they get stuck up there, so you have to like poke your head a little bit over the side and they'll just come raining down. It's friggin' hilarious. But yeah, like I said, most of the weak zombies just, you know, they just fall to their death. One thing I'm thinking about doing is possibly taking out some of these along here and moving the shotgun turrets up onto that center block and having all 4 turrets aiming downwards into the pit. Because if they're doing that, then they're only doing the damage to the spikes, which is not a big deal. Because even if they break out the spikes, it's bedrock underneath it. They're not going anywhere. So, I'm thinking that might be the next change that I do after this Horde night we're going to see. But, yeah, if I flip this switch here, and I don't want to go over the edge, you'll see the blade traps are spinning. So, and I've got all the wires hidden all the way up in the wall, so we'll go ahead and we'll shut that off there. And here's the access to get up there. There's of course the drop pit and our elevator. And up we are. So, and this gives us access to come up here. We can repair the spikes from the outside of the tower. I'll jump on my mini bike and take a ride over here because we still got a little bit of time before Horde night. And I can show you the outside of it. And but yeah, the arrow slits allow you to be able to repair these. There's only one tiny little flaw with the arrow slits though, because the gap is so small. Every once in a while you do this right here and you accidentally upgrade it to steel. But that's fine. Once these all get upgraded to steel, then that'll no longer happen and then you'll just be able to. But yeah, this gives us a great way to be able to come up here and repair the blades. Now we are working on an access hatch that'll happen after this Horde night. That'll go out through here and go underground and go a ways beyond the structure up above and come out from a hatch up above, so we can get up there and do any, you know, maintenance to the outer structure. So let's go up there and I can show you how that works, or how that looks. So let me shut the lights off. And, well, I know the generators, yeah, it's going to use juice because of these, so let's turn him off. And yeah, just in case the generator runs out, we got a little bit of light down here, some burning barrels. Alright, I'll see you on the surface. And here we are. Necrobard was up here waiting for us. Cool. Alright, here we go. I'll drive past the old Horde base. Yeah, it was really good, but man, it was really, really dependent on these wooden spikes, and that just really, really sucked. So, it just was so tight. We would spend 2 in-game days just repairing the damn thing and putting up new spikes, cutting down trees and everything else to repair them. It was just so time-consuming. We were not getting any looting done and exploration. But so this is the top of this base, this Horde base, and it is so simple. These are all ramps, and the cool thing about these ramps is that, you know, they might bump up against it, but they don't get stuck on it like a regular wall. It literally pushes them, you know, and filters them right into the holes. We got a few spikes that need to be worked on, but yeah, it's just a really, really simple design. Oh, you want some of this? Back here. Stupid bird. But yeah, we got a nice, it's pretty much a burned out village. It reminds me of the hub cities, because a lot of the buildings are in ruins, but there's a crack book there, and there's a zombie there. Give me that soup. I like the soup. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it here for right now, and I'll be back. No? Where is he dropping at? That one is glitched. That fell into the earth somewhere. Oh wait, that might actually be the one that he dropped. Because I shouldn't be seeing that other one. Because I logged out and logged back in. So let's see. We're gonna get any goodies. There it is. Yeah, you can see the other one just popped up and it's buried underground. Oh yeah. Sorry, Nick. You were having a problem with one sniper rifle and I just pulled two of them out of the chest. I've put a lot of work into mine. I've finally got it up to a decent level. Same with my bow. The AK still has some shit parts on it, but we're getting it fixed. Now we're doing the same thing that Nick is doing at the Epic Film Guys. We don't have that POI should disappear. There we go. That's weird how they do that. See, that building's gone and it's showing up here. Now it disappears. But we're doing the same thing he's doing on his with the item collection. Stuff doesn't respawn, so we literally, just destroy it. So because there's just the map is massive on here because we got the large map running, and it's huge. So we've got plenty of POIs to hit. Alright, well, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see you at Horde Night. And here we go, folks. Horde Night is beginning. The blade's just chewing them up in the bone. Yeah, see, I was talking about the shotguns splatter. Luckily, they don't hit us. These body parts just falling from the top. You wrecked zombies?
The blade drops were? Oh no, there they go. I didn't hear them anymore, I got confused.
Yep, the only thing about this setup is having to constantly move around in order to get the zombies to filter down the hole, because there's going to be so much gore up above, too. My God. So you can see the bodies glitching from up above coming down. Got some cleanup up above to do too, but not a whole lot. So you get like this, which is kind of funky, and it does damage the shark on the food. So damn many of them might as well. Take that. Yeah, the shotgun turrets up here just isn't effective enough. You really do go through. You get overwhelmed really easily. But when we did do well, we were just standing around for an hour. Okay. We were standing around for hours just waiting for zombies to fall in. Got my loot. Got so much loot.
2 of the blade traps stopped working, but they didn't break. All in all, pretty good.
So, looks like we fared quite well. Like I said, most of the damage that we sustain is really superficial compared to what we usually get, which is a fuck ton of damage. And the old base, we would literally spend a couple of days repairing it, and this is nothing compared to what we used to get. So, alright, well, you get to see our Horde base in action, and as Necobard said, 2 of the blades stopped working up above, but as you can see, yeah, I already placed a plate here, and I'm going to have them shotgun turrets facing straight down into the pit instead of on the walls. For one, I think they'll take a lot less damage from the zombies, especially from each other. So that ought to make that a lot cleaner. But yeah, even the shotgun damage extends up here. So the buckshot just sprays everywhere. Alright, well,
These inner spikes must really do a lot of damage, because some of them are like almost broken up top here.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. They're probably running around constantly up there, but anywho, to everybody else here, you got to see the Horde base. Well, you know what? I think I'll take you up top and show you what we got going on up here. Yeah, looks like we got 1 blade trap. Two down. Like I said, had some damage done to these blocks, but the ones up above. But I don't see any broken out spikes at the top. They've taken some damage. Remains to be seen. Once we get the hatchway put in here and stuff, that'll lead outside. We'll be able to go outside and take a look at the damage up above, but we'll wait till daylight when that happens. And maybe I'll throw that on here at the end. But yeah, this turned out quite well. You can see they get stuck on the blades a little bit up there, and they tend to pound on that stuff. But looks like everything up above is still intact, so we're all good. All right. Lots of useless garbage. Scrap. Throw that in. Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, wait, take up. Smush, 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 smush. Don't worry, we'll get you. Alright, well, I'm going to finish cleaning this up and get back to repairs. Just wanted to show you all the damage, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.